Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare dimes, coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're taking a closer look at something that might just be hiding in your pocket right now, the United States 1 dime from 1999. While it might seem like just another everyday coin, there's much more to this small, unassuming piece of currency than meets the eye. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be surprised to learn just how much this dime could be worth today. Now, let's begin with a little background. The 1999 1 dime, part of the United States' long-running series of dimes, holds an intriguing place in American coin history. By the time this coin was minted, the U.S. was in the midst of a booming economy. The 1990s were marked by technological advancements, a flourishing stock market, and a sense of optimism. The country was in the final years of the 20th century, and its coinage reflected both tradition and innovation. The 1999 dime is no exception. This particular coin was struck as part of the regular circulating series of dimes, which feature the famous portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, was the mastermind behind many of the New Deal programs that shaped America during the Great Depression. The decision to place his likeness on the dime was made in 1946, just a year after his passing. This was a tribute to Roosevelt's leadership and his enduring legacy, which remains a hallmark of the coin's design. If you closely examine the obverse of the 1999 dime, you'll notice the distinct portrait of Roosevelt, facing left. The detail on his face is remarkable, with every line and wrinkle captured in the metal. Surrounding the image of Roosevelt is the inscription, Liberty, along with the year of mintage, 1999, and the motto, In God We Trust. Below Roosevelt's neck is the signature of the engraver, John R. Sinnock, who designed the original portrait in 1946. On the reverse side of the 1999 dime, you'll find the familiar torch, olive branch, and oak branch, which have long been part of the coin's design. The torch represents freedom, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and independence. These elements come together to create a powerful message of American ideals and resilience. Surrounding the imagery are the words United States of America and E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one, a reflection of the diverse but unified nation. Now, let's talk about the minting process of the 1999 dime. This coin was minted at multiple facilities across the United States, including the Philadelphia and Denver mints. These facilities are responsible for producing the vast majority of America's coinage, with the Philadelphia Mint often being the main production site for coins intended for circulation, and the Denver Mint handling coins that are used as backup or for certain collector editions. The 1999 dimes were struck in a combination of copper and nickel, giving them their signature look and feel. Like other coins of the time, the 1 dime was produced in large quantities to meet the needs of the economy. In fact, millions of dimes were struck in 1999 alone, so you may wonder, what makes some of these coins more valuable than others? The answer lies in rarity and condition. While most 1999 dimes were used in everyday transactions, many of them have not stood the test of time. Coins that were in constant circulation have been subject to wear and tear, causing their value to decrease over time. But there's a special category of 1,999 dimes that stands out, the uncirculated coins. These dimes, carefully preserved and kept away from any damage, are the ones that have caught the attention of collectors. When a coin is in uncirculated condition, it's considered to be in mint state, meaning it has no visible signs of wear. This is the condition that collectors and investors seek when evaluating the worth of a coin. In addition to pristine condition, some 1999 dimes may contain unique features that increase their value. A minor error during the minting process can lead to a rare and highly desirable variant of the coin. For example, some dimes may have misstrikes, double die errors, or off-center designs, which can make them even more valuable to collectors. These minting errors create one-of-a-kind pieces that cannot be duplicated, and as a result, they can fetch higher prices in the market. If you happen to have a 1999 dime with a unique error, you might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. The 1999 dime is also appealing to collectors due to its place in history. As one of the last dimes of the 20th century, it serves as a representation of the era, a time when the country was entering the digital age and witnessing significant changes in its social and political landscape. Coins from this period are often sought after by those who collect items from different decades, and the 1999 dime stands as a tangible connection to the past. But now, let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for, the big reveal. How much is the 1999 one dime really worth today? While most circulated dimes from 1999 are worth just their face value, 10 cents, there's a surprising twist. If you happen to have a 1999 dime in uncirculated condition, or perhaps one with a rare minting error, you could be holding something worth much more. In fact, the most valuable of these dimes can fetch up to an astounding $49,000, that's right, $49,000 for a single 1999 dime in pristine condition or with an error. It's incredible to think that something so small could be worth such a large amount of money. So, if you've got a collection of old coins lying around, or if you spot a 1999 dime in your change, be sure to take a closer look. You could be holding on to a small fortune without even realizing it, and there you have it, the 1999 United States one dime. A coin with a rich history, iconic design, and potentially a value that could make you a lot richer than you'd expect. Top 2, we're about to take a fascinating journey into the world of American numismatics, focusing on a particular coin that you might find lying around in your change jar, the United States one dime from 1990. While most people think of dimes as simple, everyday currency, the 1990 dime has a much deeper story to tell. From its historical context to its design and the value it holds today, this tiny coin has some major surprises in store for you. Stick around because we'll be revealing just how much this 1990 dime could be worth in today's market. Let's rewind a bit and explore the era in which the 1990 dime was minted. The 1990s were a time of significant change and progress for the United States. The Cold War was winding down, the economy was experiencing a period of expansion, and technological innovations were reshaping society. Politically, George H.W. Bush was serving as the 41st President of the United States, guiding the country through a transformative time. In the midst of this vibrant period, the U.S. Mint was tasked with producing millions of coins to meet the needs of an economy that was growing fast. The dime, which had been in circulation since the late 19th century, continued to serve as an essential coin in American daily life. The 1990 dime, however, was not just a product of its time. It was a reflection of the enduring legacy of one of the country's most beloved figures, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt's image graces the obverse of the 1990 dime, a design that has been in place since 1946, just after his death. The decision to place his portrait on the dime was made as a tribute to Roosevelt's leadership during the Great Depression and his pivotal role in shaping the country's social and economic landscape. Roosevelt's face is depicted in profile, facing left, with the incredible attention to detail showcasing his features. The wrinkles around his eyes, the sharpness of his jawline, these are the elements that make his likeness so instantly recognizable. Surrounding Roosevelt's portrait on the obverse are the inscriptions, Liberty, the year of minting, 1990, and the national motto, In God We Trust. Below Roosevelt's neck, you'll see the engraver's initials, JRS, for John R. Sinnock, the man who originally designed the image. Sinnock, a talented engraver at the U.S. Mint, was known for his meticulous work, and his design of Roosevelt's image has stood the test of time. On the reverse of the 1990 dime, we find the iconic symbols that have been featured on the coin since its inception: a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and unity. These symbols, arranged in a triangular fashion, convey the core values of the United States and serve as a powerful reminder of the nation's principles. Surrounding these images are the words United States of America and E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one, a nod to the country's unity in diversity. The design of the 1990 dime is both simple and meaningful, yet there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye. The minting process for the 1990 dime was carried out by the U.S. Mint at its various facilities across the country, most notably in Philadelphia and Denver. These facilities are responsible for producing the nation's coinage, with the Philadelphia Mint serving as the main production site for coins intended for circulation. The 1990 dime, like other coins in its series, was struck in a combination of copper and nickel. The use of this copper-nickel alloy gives the coin its distinctive appearance, with a slightly grayish color that has become synonymous with dimes over the years. The total mintage of the 1990 dime reached well over 1 billion coins, so it's not exactly a rare coin. However, as with any coin, its condition plays a huge role in its potential value. Most of the 1990 dimes you come across today are likely to be in circulated condition, meaning they've been used in daily transactions. Coins that have been in circulation for years tend to show signs of wear and tear, scratches, dings, and fading. These coins usually hold only their face value of 10 cents, which is why you won't find many people rushing to collect them. However, there's a catch. The value of a coin is heavily influenced by its condition. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1990 dime is much more valuable than one that's been tossed around in your pocket for years. So, what makes an uncirculated 1990 dime so special? Uncirculated coins are those that have never been used in everyday transactions. They've been carefully stored and preserved in pristine condition. These coins retain their sharp details, with no wear on the edges or on Roosevelt's portrait. Uncirculated coins are the ones collectors seek out, as they represent the ideal state of a coin, untouched by time or use. But there's more. Some 1990 dimes feature unique errors that can increase their value even further. Minting errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or misprints, are highly sought after by collectors because they make the coin a rare anomaly. These error coins can be worth many times more than a standard uncirculated dime, especially if the error is particularly rare or unusual. For example, a 1990 dime with a double die error, where the image is imprinted multiple times on the coin, could be worth a small fortune. Similarly, a dime with an off-center strike, where the design is not properly aligned, can also fetch a premium price. These unique variants are a treasure for collectors, and they add a whole new layer of excitement to the world of coin collecting. Now, let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for. How much is the 1991 dime worth today? While the standard 1990 dimes you find in circulation may only be worth 10 cents, the rare and uncirculated versions of this coin can fetch a much higher price. And if you happen to have one with a minting error, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. In fact, an uncirculated 1990 dime can be worth as much as $51,000. That's right, $51,000 for a single 1990 dime in pristine, error-free condition. And if you happen to have one with a rare minting error, the value could be even higher. It's incredible to think that such a small, everyday coin could be worth such a significant amount of money. So, if you've got any old dimes hanging around, or you come across a 1990 dime in your pocket change, make sure to check its condition carefully. You might be holding onto a valuable treasure without even realizing it. Top 3. We are going to delve into the fascinating story of the United States $1 dime from 2001. It may seem like just another modern coin, but there's more to this little piece of currency than meets the eye. If you thought dimes were only worth 10 cents, think again. This particular dime, minted in 2001, could be worth far more than you'd expect. By the end of this video, you'll be surprised to learn just how much this 2001 dime could be worth today. Stick around, because the journey we're about to take you on is filled with incredible history, design, and of course, a shocking reveal at the end. The 2001 $1 dime came at an interesting time in the history of the United States. It was a year that marked a significant period in the nation's economy and culture. The year 2001 witnessed great change, particularly in the wake of the events of September 11th. The country was grappling with the shock of that tragedy, and the resilience of the American people was on full display as they rebuilt in the aftermath. It was a year that reshaped the country in many ways, and the coins produced during that time, including the dime, reflect the steady continuity of American tradition despite the upheaval. The United States one dime, first introduced in 1796, has a long and storied history. However, the design that appears on the 2001 dime has been in circulation for quite some time, having been used since 1946. This design features the iconic image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt, who led the country through the Great Depression and much of World War II, is a symbol of strength, leadership, and progress. After his passing, the U.S. Mint decided to honor his legacy by placing his image on the dime. The 2001 dime continues to showcase this enduring design, which features a profile of Roosevelt facing left. The incredible detail in his features stands out on the coin. His distinct facial lines and expression are captured beautifully, symbolizing the man who guided the country through some of its darkest and most transformative times. Surrounding Roosevelt's portrait are the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the year of minting, 2001, at the bottom. Below Roosevelt's neck, you'll also find the signature of the coin's designer, John R. Sinek, whose work has left a lasting mark on U.S. coinage. Flipping the coin over, we find the reverse side of the 2001 dime, which is just as iconic as the obverse. On this side, we see three important symbols arranged in a triangular pattern: a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. Each of these images carries deep significance for the United States. The torch represents freedom, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and independence. Together, these elements convey the core values of the nation: liberty, peace, and strength. Surrounding the central images are the words "United States of America" and the national motto "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," a phrase that reflects the unity of the diverse American population. What makes the 2001 dime particularly interesting for collectors is its mintage. The coin was produced by the U.S. Mint at two different facilities, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Like many other coins in the U.S., the 2001 dime was struck in a combination of copper and nickel, giving it its familiar grayish color and smooth texture. In total, more than 1 billion of these dimes were produced that year, making it seem like a relatively common coin at first glance. However, there's a catch. While the 2001 dime was produced in such high numbers, what really makes it stand out is its condition and the rarity of specific variants. Just because a coin was minted in large numbers doesn't necessarily mean it's easy to find in pristine condition. Over time, most of these dimes went into circulation, where they were subject to the wear and tear of daily transactions. As a result, many of them are now worn down, with faded details and scratches that significantly decrease their value. But what happens when a 2001 dime has been preserved in excellent condition? Uncirculated coins are those that have not been used in circulation and have been kept in mint condition. These coins retain their sharp detail and lustrous shine, which makes them far more valuable to collectors. If you happen to have a 2001 dime in uncirculated condition, you could be holding onto something worth much more than 10 cents. What's even more exciting for collectors is the presence of potential minting errors. Sometimes, coins are struck with design flaws, mistakes, or inconsistencies during the production process. These errors can range from minor issues, like doubling of the design, to major flaws, like off-center strikes or misprints. Mint errors can create a one-of-a-kind coin that stands out from the rest, making it highly desirable to collectors. The rarer the error, the higher the value of the coin. For instance, a 2001 dime that features a double die error, where the coin's design appears to be imprinted multiple times, could be a highly sought-after piece. Similarly, an off-center strike could make a dime uniquely valuable, as the error creates a visually striking coin that stands out from its counterparts. These kinds of errors are relatively rare, but they can be worth many times more than an average dime. If you happen to find a 2001 dime with a minting error, you may have stumbled upon a hidden treasure. But now, let's get to the part everyone has been waiting for: how much is the 2001 dime worth today? Well, if you've been lucky enough to find a pristine, uncirculated 2001 dime, it could be worth a surprising amount more than you might expect. In fact, the most valuable 2001 dimes can fetch up to $41,000. That's right, $41,000 for a single dime if it's in mint condition or has a rare minting error. It's hard to believe that a coin so small could be worth such a large sum, but the world of coin collecting is full of surprises like this. If you happen to have any 2001 dimes lying around, or if you find one in your spare change, be sure to take a closer look. If the condition is right, you could have a small fortune on your hands. So there you have it, folks, the United States 1 dime from 2001, a coin with a rich history, timeless design, and potential value that could take you by surprise. Top 4, we're going to uncover the fascinating story of a small yet significant coin, the United States 1 dime from 2004. You may think of dimes as simply another piece of everyday currency, but what if I told you that this particular coin might be worth much more than its face value? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at how much the 2004 dime could be worth today. The year 2004 was an eventful one for the United States. The country was deeply involved in the ongoing conflicts in the Middle East, with the war in Iraq and the war on terror continuing to shape the political landscape. It was a year of significant change and progress, with the re-election of George W. Bush and major advancements in technology and communication. But even though the world was changing rapidly, one thing remained constant: the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins to meet the needs of the American public. The 2004 1 dime is part of a long-standing tradition of American coinage. Dimes, which have been in circulation since 1796, are one of the smaller denominations in U.S. currency, yet they hold an important place in American society. The 2004 dime continues the legacy of the design first introduced in 1946, which features the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's image on the dime is a tribute to his leadership during one of the most difficult periods in American history. As president during the Great Depression and World War II, Roosevelt's policies and leadership shaped the nation's future. His likeness on the coin is a reminder of his enduring impact on the country. On the obverse of the 2004 dime, Roosevelt's portrait is beautifully rendered, showcasing his distinctive features, including his sharp jawline and thoughtful expression. The word "Liberty" is inscribed along the top, while "In God We Trust" is found along the left side. The year 2004 is featured at the bottom of the coin, marking its place in history. The reverse side of the 2004 dime, like all dimes, features a striking representation of the symbols of American freedom and unity. The design includes a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These symbols are carefully arranged in a triangular formation, with the torch representing liberty, the olive branch symbolizing peace, and the oak branch standing for strength and endurance. Surrounding these elements are the words "United States of America" and the national motto "E pluribus unum," which translates to "out of many, one," a reminder of the country's diverse but united population. Now, let's talk about the production of the 2004 dime. The U.S. Mint produces coins at several different facilities across the country, including the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the West Point Mint. The 2004 dimes were primarily struck at the Philadelphia and Denver facilities, which are responsible for producing coins for circulation. The coin itself is made from a combination of copper and nickel, giving it its familiar grayish color and smooth texture. In total, the 2004 dime had a very high mintage, with over 1 billion coins produced across both minting locations. This large number makes it seem like the 2004 dime should be a common and easily found coin, and indeed, most of the dimes from that year you come across will be of little value, just 10 cents each, as expected. However, here's where things get interesting. Despite the high mintage, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Most of the dimes produced in 2004 were circulated and saw everyday use. Over time, these coins became worn, scratched, and faded, which reduces their value significantly. The real value of the 2004 dime comes from the coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition. Uncirculated coins are those that have never been used in daily transactions and have been preserved in perfect condition. These coins retain all of their original detail, with no signs of wear or damage. An uncirculated 2004 dime is significantly more valuable than one that has been in circulation, simply because of its condition, but the value doesn't stop there. Some 2004 dimes may have minting errors that make them even more valuable to collectors. Minting errors can occur when there is a problem during the production process, resulting in a coin that is different from the standard issue. These errors could include things like double strikes, where the design is stamped on the coin more than once, or off-center strikes, where the image is misaligned. Other errors, such as misprints or missing details, can also occur. Error coins are highly prized by collectors because they are unique and often much rarer than standard issue coins. If you happen to find a 2004 dime with a minting error, it could be worth much more than you initially thought. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the value of the 2004 one dime today. While most 2004 dimes you come across will be worth only their face value of 10 cents, an uncirculated 2004 dime or one with a rare minting error can fetch much higher prices. An uncirculated 2004 dime in pristine condition can be worth several $100s to collectors. However, if you have a 2004 dime with a rare minting error, the value could skyrocket. The most valuable 2004 dimes, especially those in uncirculated condition or with unique errors, can be worth as much as $37,000. That's right, $37,000 for a single dime. It's hard to believe that such a small coin, which most people think of as mere pocket change, could hold such incredible value. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these coins, it could be the find of a lifetime. So, make sure to check your coin collection carefully. The next time you find a 2004 dime in your pocket change, take a close look. It might be worth far more than just 10 cents. Top 5 and last dime coin. We're going to explore the United States one dime from the year 2000, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but holds a rich story and could be worth far more than you think. Stick with us until the end of the video, and we'll reveal just how much this little coin is worth today. Trust us, it's more than you can imagine. The year 2000 was a time of great change and excitement. It was the turn of the millennium, and the world was buzzing with anticipation about the new century. In the United States, the year marked a milestone in both the political and technological arenas. The nation was witnessing a time of prosperity, particularly with the economic boom of the 1990s continuing into the new millennium. On the global stage, the Y2K bug, a widely anticipated computer glitch, was feared to cause widespread chaos, but when the new year arrived, it turned out to be much less of an issue than anticipated. This era of growth and change was also reflected in the coins that were being minted by the United States. The one dime coin of 2000 is part of a larger series of coins that feature the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt has graced the obverse of the dime since 1946, serving as a symbol of leadership and resilience. As the president who guided the nation through the Great Depression and much of World War II, his image represents a time of strength and recovery for the American people. The 2000 dime, like all dimes produced since 1946, features Roosevelt's likeness facing left. The sharp detail of his facial features captures his dignified expression, and his iconic glasses are easily recognizable. The word "Liberty" appears above his portrait, while "In God We Trust" is inscribed to the left. Below Roosevelt's image, the year of minting, 2000, is prominently displayed, marking this coin as a product of the turn of the millennium. This coin is a simple yet powerful tribute to a president who shaped the history of the United States. On the reverse side of the 2000 dime, we find a familiar design that has been part of the coin since 1946. The reverse features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch arranged in a triangular pattern. These symbols carry deep significance. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch stands for peace, and the oak branch symbolizes strength and endurance. Surrounding these symbols are the words "United States of America" and the motto "E pluribus unum," which translates to "out of many, one." This phrase is a powerful reminder of the unity that underpins the diverse American nation. While the design of the 2000 dime may seem straightforward, it's the coin's production and the way it was handled over the years that can make all the difference in its value. The U.S. Mint produced a large number of dimes in 2000, with millions of coins struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mint facilities. These dimes were struck in the typical composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, giving them their familiar grayish color and smooth texture. However, just because a coin is minted in large numbers doesn't necessarily mean it's easy to find in pristine condition. The vast majority of 2000 dimes that circulated in everyday transactions were subject to wear and tear. Over time, these coins became scratched, faded, and worn down by the daily grind of commerce. Most of the dimes you'll encounter in your pocket change today are likely to be in poor condition, which means they're worth only their face value of 10 cents, but here's where the story gets interesting. Coins that have been kept in uncirculated, pristine condition are much rarer. These coins have never been used in circulation and have been carefully preserved, often in specialized storage to protect them from damage. Uncirculated coins retain their original luster and sharp details, which makes them far more valuable than their worn counterparts. A 2000 dime in uncirculated condition could be worth much more than just 10 cents, and that's not all. Some 2000 dimes have something that sets them apart from the rest: minting errors. Minting errors are relatively common in coins, but some are more pronounced than others. These errors can happen during the production process and result in unique variations of the coin. For example, a double strike might cause the coin's design to appear twice, or an off-center strike might make the image appear misaligned. Other minting errors might include over-polished dies, creating a coin with faint or incomplete details. Minting errors make a coin one of a kind, and collectors go crazy for these rare variants because they're different from the standard issues. If you happen to find a 2000 dime with a minting error, you may have found a hidden treasure. These error coins can significantly increase the value of the dime, especially if the error is particularly rare or visually striking. A well-known error, such as a double die or an off-center strike, could dramatically boost the coin's price in the collector's market. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for: the value of the 2000 dime today. While the vast majority of these coins are worth only 10 cents, there are some 2000 dimes that have been valued at much higher amounts. An uncirculated 2000 dime in perfect condition can fetch several $100s, but the real surprise comes when a coin with a minting error is involved. In fact, a 2000 dime that is in pristine, uncirculated condition or that has a rare minting error could be worth as much as $39,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $39,000 for a single dime. It's hard to believe that such a small coin, which is commonly overlooked, could hold such incredible value, but the world of coin collecting is full of surprises like this. So, the next time you come across a 2000 dime, take a close look. You never know if you're holding on to a small fortune. Whether it's a perfectly preserved coin or one with a rare minting error, the 2000 dime could be worth a lot more than you think. If you're lucky enough to find one in your coin collection or in your pocket change, you might just have a valuable piece of American history on your hands. Thank you for joining us today on this deep dive into the United States one dime from 2000. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future discoveries. Happy collecting, and we'll see you in the next video.